an update on children's affairs for those of you who have children. I mentioned a couple of times that schools were closed, and so now all the primary schools are going back, although it's almost the end of term, so it's like really quite ridiculous. But it's probably so that people can get back to work because the government is so eager for people to start earning and spending money again. My own children, my daughter is in the sixth form, which the equivalent of the sixth form, so she's in the first year of her baccalaureate, and they're not going back at all. I think for them it was just too much of a nightmare. They couldn't manage to work out the social distancing, so their school's been cancelled. So she's basically on holiday. She's a few of the staff are giving some work, but they've had their marks now, so that's basically finished. My son, who's doing a master's in Lyon, has gone back to Lyon. I think I told you that, because he's got to move out of the university residence. So I think the French government were really pretty good about this, because he didn't have to pay the halls of residence during the COVID while he wasn't there. He continued to get housing benefit, which went directly to the halls of residence, so they had a little bit of income coming in anyway for maintenance. So I think that was fair enough. He came home, he lived with us. It cost us more in food, but we didn't actually have to pay for another flat somewhere else. So he's gone back down to Lyon, and he's found a rental for next year with two of the people on his course, so that's all good. So he'll be moving as soon as they can get all that signed off. So I see quite a lot of children around in the streets, and I think that some people have chosen not to send their children back to school. They do have the choice at this point, if somebody in their family is vulnerable, or they're shielding. I have been told now for next year, the colleges, the tertiary colleges, engineering schools and things like that, they've got a terrible headache because they have the same budget, but they can't fit the students in the classrooms, so they are going to basically have most of their classes online. A few classes in person, but most of them online, and that's going to be not great. I mean, that generation don't seem to mind having the courses online, but I don't think they're as efficient, and I really don't think people are as concentrated. I mean, I've seen my daughter playing a game while she was listening to class, and another friend of mine told me the exact same thing, that like the kids, they'll multitask, they'll do two things at once. I mean, didn't you when you were at school? We used to send notes around the classroom and stuff, but if the teacher's eye is not on you, so I'm not sure how that's really going to work out next year.